Money world. El mundo quiere dinero. Money world. Se arregla con dinero. Money world. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay pues emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes la verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te la ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money world. El mundo quiere dinero. Money world. Se arregla con dinero. Money world. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón, porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción, yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money world. El mundo quiere dinero. Money world. Se arregla con dinero. Money world. De corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. De corazón. De corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money world. El mundo quiere dinero. Money world. Se arregla con dinero. Money world. Lunes. Lunático.
Nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I really
Money world. El mundo quiere dinero. Money world. Se arregla con dinero. Money world. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay pues emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes la verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money world. El mundo quiere dinero. Money world. Se arregla con dinero. Money world. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón, porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción, yeah. No me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money world, yeah. El mundo quiere dinero, yeah, yeah. Money world. Se arregla con dinero, yeah. Money world. De corazón, la plata no te hace ser feliz. Yeah, de corazón, yeah. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money world. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money world. Se arregla con dinero. Money world. Lunático.
Nothing can stop me. No. 'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize lead the way. I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell you good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Yeah. Lunes. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay pues emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes la verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos más lo bueno y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón, porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah, no me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. Yeah. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, yeah. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. De corazón, la plata no te hace ser feliz. Yeah, yeah, de corazón, de corazón.
In this moment,
What's going on?
I cannot say
What's
wrong or
going
right.
on? We
It's not
are
hard to fool me,
back.
'cause I'm addicted to the good
Shout out to the CIA.
Lead the way.
One love
I follow.
to the
No need to
FBI.
say where
Let's
we
get it.
are heading
Let's get
now,
it.
babe. I follow.
Big Shirley. Hey girl, how you doing? In the chat room. Age, city, gender. Get your ass a cookbook.
I don't need a cookbook.
That's right. That's right. Tell them good lies. Come on. We're back. Did you miss me? I know you did. Come on. 'Cause it feels so good. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Look at him out there. The ladies out there like, oh my God, it is him. He's back. Oh, damn, girl. I didn't remember him looking that good. Shit. What have I been doing myself? Shirley, drink it in. Love it. Huh. Look at him. They're like, dude, can't stand him. But I am glad to see him back. I mean, it ain't like I really cared about nothing he was saying. I mean, all he do was sit around and talk shit, say stuff. I mean, why do we need to listen to him? I don't know. Well, I guess I don't watch football no way, so I might as well look at a big old hunk of sexual chocolate in a suit. I ain't got nothing else to do. Bobbity bobbity bop, we are back. I know. Yeah, I know. Because it felt so empty without me. Have you noticed? All these people talk all this shit, left, right, up and down. He don't do this kind of content, whatever. But then if I go away for just that long, all of a sudden, you know. Yes, all of a sudden it feels so empty without me and you. Because like it or not, people, we make this shit hot. So, happy holidays. Hope you guys all had a good holiday. I have been out ill, obviously. Still not 100%, but we're going to keep it on going. We're going to keep it going. We're going to do the best we got with what we have. All righty then. So, candle of the evening. We're going to start the year off 2022 right with Palo Santo. Some Hollywood up in here.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it!
We got some Palo Santo up in here to get rid of the ghost of Shirley's past. Stragadocious' past. 2021 is in the books. 2022, I've already said it last year, I said it this year. 2022, we are full speed ahead. Self-awareness is sexy. It is time to move forward. And I started to not do tonight's show, but I decided to go ahead and go because I love to stay consistent. Wednesday night show is going to be the official kickoff of the new season. But I did want to get into this. So, candle of the evening, Palo Santo. Fragrance of the evening. From Boudicca the Victorious, it's called Green Sapphire. Compliment monster. Every time I go somewhere, people are like, God, what is that? That's this. And when you got straight up, real G's walking up to you, no homo, man, but what you wearing, man? I'm like, all right, that's that. Boudicca the Victorious Green Sapphire. Guys, hit the like button. We're going to get on into it. Hope you guys had a good holiday. I know I had a good one. Omicron is weird. Omicron is weird, man. We don't want to get too much into that one. What's going on? What is going on, man? Nieces and nephews, kinfolks and cousins. Your Godfather is back in the house, and the house is, of course, packed. Did you get you a cookbook over the holidays? Did you get a cookbook, Shirley? I don't know if Shirley got a cookbook. Did she get one?
I don't need a cookbook.
God damn it, you need a cookbook. You need a cookbook and you need some etiquette lessons. All right, sorry guys. I was supposed to be on at 10 o'clock, but of course, your Godfather is out in the field where the work is real. And I sat down with two very lovely, beautiful black women and had an invigorating conversation Holy Jesus, holy Jesus, holy Jesus. When you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Had a good conversation. But I want to talk about something that kind of goes into the conversation I had earlier, okay? The conversation I had earlier with these women. One woman was a realtor, you know. She's in her 30s. And the other woman, and basically it was same old stuff. Wanting to find a husband, find a man. And one of the things that I have noticed over the last year, more than anything else, is many women have good intentions when they are trying to give advice to other women. But your Godfather is right more often than a lot of women want to admit. And single women keep women single. More on that later. But I want to talk about one of the biggest things I'm seeing with what I consider to be nice, modern women. Nice, modern women. We're not talking about these women who are ratchet and loud and argumentative. Hold on. What is a nice modern woman? A nice modern woman is a woman who, on paper, you really can't see why this woman is single or unmarried. She's intelligent. Most are educated. Most are attractive. They're fit. They're feminine. But they're still over 30 and unmarried. And I have talked to thousands and thousands and thousands of women in my lifetime. And one thing that I would say, especially when I do my one-on-one sessions, is a theme starts to emerge. A theme starts to emerge, and one of the things that I wanted to bring to women's attention is men today feel like they're doing too much in relationships and women aren't doing enough. Men feel like they're doing too many things and women aren't doing enough. And why is this? One of the biggest issues today with women in the danger zone and above, 27 to 35 and above, is the notion of emotional labor. Now, I want you guys to hit that damn badge button. Come on, man. Your Godfather's been out for a minute with the hookama jukama. Oh, and
he wrong for that, baby.
Been out for a minute with the hookama jukama. So we're back in effect. But here's the thing. What is emotional labor? Many women today, especially college-educated women, are exhausted when it comes for relationships. I said it the other day. Most women over 30 are doing all they can to get to Friday. They live from dreading going to bed at Sunday night, hating Monday morning at 6 o'clock, and can't wait to get to Friday at 6 o'clock. That's it. We're talking about women who are active, they work out, but all they can do is stay awake. And they have no time for serious relationships, because ladies, understand something. Relationships with men of value is work. Real relationships require real work. And many women today want to be trophy wives for this very reason. I don't want to have to be responsible for nothing. I don't want to have to do nothing. Why? Because they're fucking exhausted. And where's the root of this exhaustion? Emotional labor. Emotional labor is the process of managing feelings and emotions to fulfill an emotional requirement of the job. Attorneys, physicians, nurses, salespeople in some regard, massage therapists, creatives, actors. Remember all those categories? Women in military and law enforcement, remember those jobs I ran down that men of value tend to avoid women? Marriage-minded men tend to avoid women who have emotionally taxing jobs. Why is this important? Because most of the single women today are in some sort of, and watch them start to get angry. This is when the nurses are going to come at me to a pitchfork. They're in emotionally draining jobs. Why? Because if your job is spent managing patients, managing customers, managing anything, that means you go to work and you have spent your emotional availability. What do you have left for a man when he gets home? You don't have the ability to be loving, affectionate, emotionally available, and everything else to a man. At best, you have your body. This is why understand something. Women are doing so much emotional labor today that they have a problem even smiling at men today. Emotional labor. More specifically, workers are expected to regulate their emotions during interaction with customers, coworkers, and managers. This is a relatively wide consensus on many components of emotional labor and on their effects on relationships. The components that have an impact on relationships. Affective events that display rules, emotional rule dissonance, emotional regulation strategies, and genuine and fake emotional displays. Bottom line, think of it. Think about a woman who has to go to, like a woman who's a nurse. She's got to deal with patients who are coming in sick. She got to deal with insurance and doctors and the public and this and that. All of these things have to be balanced. Same thing with the attorney. Same thing with the physician. Think about it. This is why back in the day, when your mother, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, they didn't have emotional labor jobs. They had manual labor jobs. They may have had to go be a domestic, but most of their day wasn't spent managing nobody's emotions. This is why so many men today are asking, what do women bring to the table? And women talk about, I'm educated, I'm this, because all they have is their job. Ladies, the trick you're in is you are slaves to your job because of your debt. And the only way to break away from your man, to get a husband, to get away from the emotional labor you're doing for these goddamn careers, is to get a man. But here's the trick. A man ain't gonna just take you. What women today want they want men to come and rescue them. Come take me out of the drudgery of my day-to-day job, and in return, I'll be a good girlfriend, wife. Wait a minute. It's like, wait a minute. That ain't gonna work. So we're in an impasse, ladies. If you can't provide the girlfriend experience, you won't become a wife. Many women today are lazy daters. Gentlemen, more men today will tell you, if you have a woman who is not an active dater, I mean, think about it. I want you guys to think about it in the comment section. I want you guys to write the last time, if ever, you dated a woman who was active. Hey, good morning. Hey, I love you. Hey, how you doing? Emotionally active, emotionally engaged. See, women don't have the emotional bandwidth to be tuned in to one man, because they're spending 90+% of their emotional availability on jobs. And then y'all got the nerve to want to date multiple different men or talk to multiple different men. Then you run across a thorough dude, and the thorough dude, like I was telling these women today, men who are relationship and marriage minded, they're not accepting scraps. A lot of you ladies, all you have left for relationships is fucking scraps. And you wonder why you can't get a husband. It's not because you don't look good. It ain't because you Big Shirley. It's because you're emotionally empty. One of the things a lot of times men don't talk about is how so many women today are physically female, but your software is male. Meaning, you got women today who have never written a love letter, have never done anything that requires real affection. So you're asking men today to do what men of old have done and then accept a woman who's not fulfilling an emotional need. So you go to work and give your emotional availability to work. Then he's supposed to get with you and he's supposed to marry you. And then you got emotional availability for kids. The man is left out in this. This is why so many men are like, what's the purpose of having a wife if I'm just going to have sex? And here's the reality. A lot of women, if you're honest, they're not even emotionally available. They are physically in tune. They're trying to get off. But do you ladies even know how to make love? You know how many women today don't even want to kiss and look a motherfucker in the face? Because their heart is too full.
Winter is coming.
Their heart is... This is why I say, what don't you ever hear? A woman as she gets older saying she gives more. A woman as she gets older gives less. The problem is you cost more as you're older. Your expectations are more, your demands are higher. And here's the problem. I feel for a lot of you ladies because a lot of you ladies were told to go out there,
I'm a PhD.
Get your PhD, get your career, and the very thing that you hate. You know how many women hate their jobs, hate their lives, but they are locked into it because they need the money, because they don't have anybody to pay their bills, and they don't have anybody who's even willing to split their bills because they can't give a man what he requires to make her a wife. And here's the bad news for you ladies. There is no easy way out. You have allowed yourself to become too old and you lack the emotional availability because you do emotional labor 40 hours a week plus. And a man is not a fool because he's not going to accept scraps and make scraps a wife. Men didn't tell you ladies to go out and get these careers, jobs, debt, and all this other kind of stuff. This is why tomorrow night on YouTube is going to be a barn burner. Like I said last night on YouTube, women don't want to be wives. Modern women want to be trophy wives. Most women don't want to have the responsibility to do anything. The responsibility most women want to have is even tonight when I was talking to a woman, what percentage of how many kids you want to have? Couple. You want upper class kids, $500,000 each. You want $1 million worth of kids. What percentage of the family financial load do you want to have to be responsible for? And almost 100% of the time, the answer comes back, I don't want to have to be responsible for anything. So you got these women
I'm a PhD.
with these bachelors, these masters, these PhDs, these careers, and they have to be responsible for 100% of everything they do right now. Their appearance of a luxury lifestyle. But when they get married, they don't want to have to be responsible for anything. Or what they do want to have to be responsible for has no real impact on the family if they don't do it. That is not a need. That is not a want. That is a luxury. Men need wives for a practical purpose. Women want to be wives for a luxury purpose. Needs, wants, desires. Women are up here. Modern women want to be luxury, desired wives. Needs, wants, desires. So, why is this an impasse? This is why so many women are looking for average men. Why don't they look for average? Because the average man is not going to retire them. They marry an average guy, she still got to go to work. And to her, an average man looks like looks like more responsibility. And they don't have it. She's like, I can barely get to work and function at work and deal with the demands of work. I don't have the emotional availability to deal with a man. At best, I'll give you some sex, but I got to be in bed by 9:30. Ladies, you're in a problem. Because men are starting to say, well, damn, I'm going to judge a woman like I told these ladies now. We don't judge you based upon your intentions or your heart. We judge you based on your outcomes. And as men start judging women based upon their outcomes, the outcomes aren't there. Modern women today are giving men less than men of old got, and they expect more. So here we go. And this is why they start getting all mad. Well, who are you? Well, why you say that? Well, your mama black, and you gay, and this and that. And all y'all are sitting there just mad as hell. And no man of value is vetting you to be his wife. You got nobody, no man of value even is possibly thinking about you in a serious way. At best, you are a fun girl. You're somebody to kick it with on the weekends. You're a sex buddy. This is why so many women know. If you think about it, when you ask women, do you want to have children? Most women tell you they want to have children, but you ask a lot of women, they want to be wild. Oh, I don't know about that. They don't want the responsibility of a man because why? Oh, because that man requires work. I'm enjoying blocking people. Every time, for whoever decides to talk shit, you can watch from the clouds. Enjoy. They're like, make him stop. Make him stop. Make him stop. Whether I stop or not ain't gonna change your reality.
Execute Order 66.
That degree you have and that career that you have is taking up everything that a man needs. And you can't get, and here's the funny thing, you even have women who would be okay with working. Okay with working. They just want somebody to share the load. But a man still requires emotional input. And you ladies simply don't have it. But maybe I'm wrong. But that's why Big Shirley and them so mad. I mean, you think about it. Why are women more educated, make more money, more freedom, more this, more that, least happy? Because they don't really want to have to work. They really, when it's all said and done, really don't want that responsibility. But then they can't give a man what it is he wants. So now they're stuck. But maybe I don't know about. Let's get on down to it. Shirley, how you doing? How you been, girl? Lambs, rams, hogs, dogs, pigs, chickens, pasta, turkey. Yeah, you name all that. Big Shirley, she got all that. Big Shirley, you got a man of value trying to vet you to be his wife. Why?
I don't need a cookbook.
I'm sorry, Shirley. All right, let's get on with it. Here's the funny thing. A lot of women are angry that they're in this situation. I get it. You were lied to. That's why I said I feel bad for a lot of you ladies. You were lied to. You were lied to. You were told, let's see, request to go live. A lot of you ladies are lied to. You were told that these jobs and stuff would fulfill you, and they don't. Let's see. Turn on request to go live. Oh, that's what it's sliding. A lot of these women were told that these jobs were fulfilling. Guys, who told them that? Big Mama and them. Girl, don't waste your time. You better get up in case. You better do something so forth just in case. And then fuck around, and then the very thing that they got in case is what they're married to. What's going on? What's going on? What is going on, man? Nieces and nephews, kinfolks and cousins. What is up, man? Your Godfather's back in the house, and the house is packed. Oh! Shout out to Kanye West. I was just listening to a track he was dropping called Easy. Talking about what your hell think being rich is for. Talking about how he bought the house across the street from Kim, the non-custodial dad, and all that other kind of stuff. Here's the thing, man. This is what it comes down to. 2022 is about self-awareness and next steps. In 2021, we spent a lot of time talking about men are this, women are that, average at best, and all these other things. We understand. Like I said, the gender war is over. You still drained from that conversation from last night, brother? Your Godfather has a battery, an Energizer battery. I've been gifted for this journey, but yes, it was draining. I'm not gonna lie, it was taxing. But I woke up today and I'm just looking at how much time so many of our women spend in fear. Fear. I'm going to drill the point home that it's not a problem with men in marriage and relationships. Our women are preoccupied with doom, gloom, fear. Doom, gloom, fear. And they think and they act and they move as if men are the issue. No. That job that you call your security, think about when she talked about her ex and how excited she got when he said something about going back to finish college. Oh, college? Education? Oh, then let me jump in and be Johnny on the spot when it's time to do something regarding books and education and what a system tells you, man. But look at what these jobs have done for you. Like I did, I said, man, sometimes I think, some of this stuff is godsend. I do believe I've been gifted for a certain journey. And when I did that broadcast, would you quit your full-time job to work part-time for your man? I'm gonna tell you right now, I had so many women, black women in particular, coming out of the woodwork. I have had hundreds of emails, dozens and dozens of direct messages from black women saying, you know what? Normally I don't mess with your content, but that one right there, that one spoke to me. I asked that woman last night, what is a man supposed to do with a woman who you sit down, you have a conversation with, you lay out the data, the facts, the figures, the statistics, but when it's time to make a decision, she won't move. And this is what she said. Stay in it with her. So many of our women have been taught to be mules. Mules. And the point, what I mean by being mules, I'm not talking about mule. If you think about it, a mule is a cross between a donkey and a horse. It's infertile, okay? They can't reproduce. Mules can't make other mules. And there is nothing like when a mule decides to sit down. You can't move it. So many of our women are mule-headed, mule-hearted, and I'm going to be focusing on self-awareness and women's mindset. I have seen so many pretty, beautiful, and or gorgeous, black, educated, talented women giving their lives to their jobs in this fantasy they've created because they are mule mindsets. They refuse to move. Mule mindset. See, this is where a lot of feminine, beautiful, inspirational. That's one thing. A woman can have all of the physical traits, the resume and everything else, but what most men cannot identify is a woman and her mindset. A woman can come from a two-parent household, but if her mindset is of a mule, if her mindset is off, you gotta jump. Then she can come from a single-parent crackhead household, and if her mindset is one that you can work with, because most women do not. They feel more comfortable by being led by colleges, universities, and corporations than by putting their trust in a man. I'm thinking about it. They when I said, what do you do? Because what these women will go back and say, black men can't lead, they can't do this, they can't do that, they can't. Well, when men are in a position to do all that stuff, are you in a position to follow? No, I'm still not sure. No, I'm not. And see what's starting to happen is men have stepped up to the challenge. Men are calling women's bluffs. That's why this whole high value conversation. When you call a woman's bluff and she still doesn't move, she's got a mule mindset. And that's what I was talking to last night, a mule mindset. They don't have to be loud, ratchet, unruly. More often, they are educated. More often, they are cute. But there is something in their mindset that makes them fearful. And I've said this before. Coaches, two things no coach can fix, no coach can deal with. No coach can coach up somebody who is a coward or who is lazy. And ultimately, those are fear mindsets. If someone has a fear mindset, if they're fear first, get them out of your life. You can't change them. Fear will always win. Fear, it doesn't matter. Just like I said to that woman, no amount of logic, facts, data, statistics, no amount of contracts, no amount of this, no amount of that. Fear will ultimately win. And here's what you have to do with people like that. You have to get rid of them. Detach with love. Go, bounce. Because you're wasting your time with a mule mindset. They are iron, because there's nothing you can do about it. It's all based in the feeling. It's all based in the feeling. And nothing any human being can do is change anybody else's feelings. That's why I bounced out of that conversation. And it's up. That thing is probably going to go viral. Because these mule mindsets, gentlemen, identify them and get rid of them in your lives. I don't care how much you like the person. I don't care how much you care. I don't care whatever. Mule mindsets, gotta go. Mule mindsets gotta go. All right, man. Godfather's out. Peace.
Yeah. Lune. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Si me quiero educar, dormir en algún lugar, un lugar para trabajar, y si no hay para emigrar. Todo money, money, todo el dinero. Solo un par de gente se lleva el botín entero. Funny, funny, pasa verdadero. Si tienes lo verde siempre llegará primero. Pero llegaremos antes o después. Solo a lo suyo, que Dios te lo ve. Que por más que tarde lo veré caer. Somos malos buenos y tenemos fe. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo fue. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Con dinero. Money work. Yo digo las cosas como son. No quiero ninguna aceptación. Tampoco vengo a pedir perdón porque mis sentimientos se volvieron la canción. Yeah, no me vale mucho como tú me ves. Sabes, tú me llegas solo a los pies. Para mí ser grande es un interés. Ser un buen humano para mí es un deber. El dinero ya lo veré. No vendo mi alma, lo lograré. Seré el más grande, no olvidaré de dónde vengo ni cómo voy. Money work, yeah. El mundo quiere dinero, yeah, yeah. Money work, se arregla con dinero, yeah. Money work, de corazón. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Yeah, de corazón, yeah. La plata no te hace ser feliz. Money work. El mundo quiere dinero. Yeah, 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 yeah. Money work. Money work. Money work. Money work. Se arregla con dinero. Money work. Lunático.
In my personal opinion, I've had people tell me that I come across as unapproachable just simply by the way that I look.
Hold on. Who are you basing this off of? What the women think or what the men say?
What men say.
Then if you base it off what the men say, you would be in agreement. The men say exactly what I just said. No, ma'am. The men are unequivocal. The men are saying, this is what you're doing. And what you're basically trying to say is, well, it's a misunderstanding.
I agree, yes.
No, it's not a misunderstanding. Please explain how it's a misunderstanding when you say, I'm going to whoop your ass as a woman to a man. What's the misunderstanding?
I feel like, not necessarily verbally saying that, but I feel like a lot of men just feel that if a woman looks a certain way, or I've had me smile beautiful, and I feel offended when a man tells me to smile, because like sometimes I might be in pain or something.
Hold on, man. Okay. I'll have the conversation with you, but you're going to answer when a woman says something. You've heard a woman say something like that. I'm going to whoop your ass.
Yes.
Okay, what does it mean when she says that? She's not really saying, she doesn't mean that?
She means it probably.
Okay, then what's the misunderstanding?
At that point, there is no misunderstanding. I'm just defending my own perspective when I've been told that I'm unapproachable because I come off that way, when sometimes it's just me just having a stale face. And I think that maybe sometimes it's not that women
you going to make this whole conversation about you?
Yes.
We can't do that because you can justify everything you do.
I can.
Yeah, but guess what? It ain't about just you. But let's take the point you made, since though that's how y'all want to do, make it all about you. If somebody told you to smile and you said you were what, offended?
Yeah.
Why? Why?
Because it's like, why is it such a demand for women to, well, especially for Black women, to just always look a certain way? Like, why can't we just naturally be whatever we feel?
You got so I want to get this clear. Someone just says, "Hey, smile," and it's offensive to you?
I mean, for the most part, it just comes across as like demanding. And I'm not saying
demanding.
That I feel, yes.
Huh.
Like, what if I don't feel like smiling? What if I'm in deep thought? What if I'm listening to something that's
This is
where
we're at. We have civilized the world and done such a good job in first world countries to where women, in this case Black women, are offended just to be asked to smile. It's offensive.
doesn't come off as a question of asking or requesting. It's almost a demand. Smile, beautiful. It's like, can I just relax?
Can you relax? And what's your relaxed face look like? Resting bitch face?
Not necessarily, but sometimes it's just
Well,
relax.
how about this? How about if no one said a damn thing to you? What if every man just left you the fuck alone? Excuse my French. What if every man just left you alone? What if no black man said anything to you? Just ignored you? Would that be better?
No, I'd be really sad, honestly.
Oh, so you want us to engage you the way you want to be engaged, but you don't want to engage us the way we like to be engaged. Makes a whole lot of sense.
So men want you to. Did he slap me?
Yes, I slapped you. You want another one? Because only black women are the only group of women I've ever heard that get offended when someone says smile. You know, I heard a black woman who's a femininity influencer who was talking to black women who said they want to be more feminine, who said they want to get husbands. And this black woman on her Facebook page just went and asked her black clients, her black followers, hey, just smile at every black man you see today. And they tore that woman apart for months. Think about how low of a bar you're talking about. That man didn't ask you to go have sex with him, do any sexual favor, give him some money. He just said smile, and you find it offensive? Huh. Wow.
Kevin, I smile when I
ridiculous
feel
that
like
sounds.
smiling. I smile when I feel
That's why I
like
said then men should
I'm
just
in a
leave you
joyous
alone.
mood.
Then men should
Well, I
just
have a man, and I smile at him regularly.
But that's not the point. We're not talking about your man. I said if black men were just to avoid you and leave you alone because they can't predict whether or not what they're going to ask you, which is not an offensive thing. Asking you to smile is nothing to be offended by. So what you're telling black men is because you're going to ask me something that's inoffensive, but I can take offense. Black women, I got to let you know, you guys are the masters at being offended by the inoffensive. So black men, leave women like her alone. When you see her, don't say shit to her. Let her and her man rock out. The rest of y'all, leave her alone. Don't say nothing to her. Don't say hi. Don't say bye. Just let her be.
My man
Because
would
you don't
agree
want to
with that.
offend her. You don't want to offend her. You don't want to offend her. You don't want to get in her space. Let her be. There she is. Does that work for you?
I mean, you're not wrong, Kevin. If you was wrong, I would tell you that you're wrong. You're not always wrong. You're wrong about something, but you're not wrong about that. And maybe, I guess, if black women did smile more, we wouldn't come across as unapproachable. But like I was saying, there are women who just are relaxing and they're not in the mood to smile. They're not in the mood to, engage in, random men's eye contact and it just doesn't feel necessary to just randomly smile at every man that you see. Doesn't it come off as promiscuous?
This is reflective of the utter lack of respect that many black women have for the overall black male image. Again, I don't hear any other race of women being offended at the notion of being smiling or being friendly to their men.
Granted, but I never hear black men tell white women that.
Because they don't have to. Because they smile.
Suggest why?
They don't have to. They don't have to tell other racist women because they're naturally, they smile. You can't make this shit up, man. I mean, I'm struggling to stay on the path because this makes sense to you.
I mean, yes.
So avoid women like this. And if black women don't want anybody to tell you to smile, and you don't want to have to engage somebody in a cordial, friendly, polite way, then by all means, you shouldn't have to. And no one should have to be subjected to possibly offending you. So it would be better for them to err on the side of just don't deal with it. Again, we're talking about somebody just saying, hey, smile. Not, hey, do a sexual act or give me some money. Smile. And then you turn around and say, well, I don't hear them saying it to other races of women. Learn something. Those other
What
races
am I
of women
learning from that though?
how to get a husband and keep one.
So if I'm just like, okay, and so just hear me out. If I'm just having a normal walk through the park and I'm minding my own business, a man's, having a normal walk in the park as well, and he randomly says to me, smile, I should just smile at him?
Well, ma'am, apparently it's happened enough in your life to where this is becoming an issue. Because it can't be just a one-off. Oh, no, hold on. It can't just be a one-off situation. It's enough to where you actually decided to call into a broadcast and make it an issue. So the fact of the matter is you walk around with a resting bitch face. If people continue to do this to you, then maybe you need to take under consideration, just maybe the way I'm approaching men, my image I'm carrying in the world to black men is this way.
Angry?
So what you're saying is black men who aren't related to you or you don't have any investment in you can make no demands of you.
I just feel like a man that I don't know, a man that I've never seen before.
So black women
yes,
like
I
that.
agree.
So what you need to understand. So a man who does not know you, if he sees you getting fucked up, needs to keep on walking. See, this is why y'all want this group protection. No. Listen very well. This is when y'all talk about you want this group protection. You want a black man to step in. You okay, sis? And this all that kind of stuff. A black man can't even ask you to smile at him for risk of offending you. So, conversely, if there's something happening to you, you need to call your man. And the men you deem necessary enough to do something for. Because just us regular black men who have no investment in, or you have no investment in, we can make no demands of it. See, that's the beautiful thing about other races of people. Other races of women of other races, men who they're not fucking can make demands of them. And the men that they're fucking can make demands of them. In the black community, the only people who can ask you something is a man who's doing something for you. Other than that, we can't ask you for nothing. That's why I say we can't ask you for nothing. We don't owe you nothing.
Let me get this straight. Like, I'm just a little confused. Why would I want to give something? I mean, and I know it's very small, it's simple. It's just smile, right? But to me, it comes off as like entertainment. Like I'm just out here being friendly faced with everybody. Like I'm not saying that I shouldn't be polite. I'm not disrespectful. And I know that just being my normal everyday face is, I guess, unapproachable. And that's fine. But you're saying to me that
no, stop right here.
I should
Stop
be
right
for
here.
the streets,
Stop right here. Ma'am, the only common denominator in all these situations is who? This is why I say y'all need therapy. Because this honestly sounds crazy. We're talking about.
It doesn't sound crazy.
No, it doesn't sound crazy to you because you're the crazy one.
I volunteered for this.
We're talking about a simple smile. But the level of irrational. See, this goes deep for black women. When that black woman asked her femininity group to smile at black women, she was surprised at how vicious they treated her. And I'm going to let this play and let people come back and hear. We're talking about just a simple smile, people. Smile. But you act like a smile is busting it wide open. Oh my freaking God. Black men, do you realize this is a black woman who tells you you're not even worth a smile? Unless she feels.
I mean, not every last one of them. And yes, if I feel
okay, ma'am, and I take that. So if you are getting abused, jacked up, whatever, what does the random black man owe you?
Stop slapping me.
Who the fuck you think you talking to? Your man sound like he need to slap you.
Why you promoting violence? No.
Why? What do you think this is? I mean, see, when I ask you, is what does a random black man owe you if you need something from him? You driving down your tire's flat. You don't know how to change it. Black man driving down the street. Does he owe you to stop over? You ain't his woman. What does he owe you?
Nothing.
Right. And if understand something, if men are looking at our women, and see, the thing is, what you're saying is not uncommon. So honestly, black men look at women who talk like you and feel zero allegiance to you. Feel like they owe you nothing because you want black men to protect and provide and everything else, and you are talking about a freaking smile.
So your suggestion is that I smile more to random people in order to create
my
sort of
suggestion
allegiance?
my suggestion is psychotherapy, because this is crazy.
Psychotherapy,
man. You said it. You don't see black men asking other groups of women. Do you hear any other race of women talking about this?
It just doesn't happen to them as much as it happens to us.
Because they effing smile.
What if they're not? Like, where are the
All right.
Where's the research?
All right, get off the phone.
I'm starting to see as a black woman dating that we are kind of at the bottom and we're not like the first selection. When I walk in, we're not the
You're not the first selection of whom?
I would say of black men. I'll say not of all men, but I mostly focus on black men. That's who I prefer. But a lot of
black men marry black women at an 86% rate. What are you talking about?
You do have a point there, but I'll just say, yes, they do marry them, but as far as like desires or preferences, as they would like to say, a lot of them like our look or like our charisma, but when it comes to our attitudes or just the way that we communicate and work with them.
So when you say somebody walk in the room, how can they tell that about you?
Well, when I say like walk in the room, I mean like when we walk in the room, men are coming up to us first, if that makes sense.
Who are they coming up to first?
I'll say most of the time it's like Mexican, Latina girls or Caucasian women.
And I'm gonna ask you a straightforward question. Are these women more physically fit than the women you're talking about?
In some cases.
Don't give me the special snowflake answer. I hate when women do this shit. Well, it all depends. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Look, men are visual. You cannot tell me that black men walk into a room where, all things being equal, all the women in there are 5'4", dress size 4, and they just go to the white women and Latinas. That's not even how we're built. Are the women you're talking about that are getting passed over physically fit? 5'4", 120 pounds, dress size 4. Yes, no.
No.
There you go. That's why you're getting passed over. Because 80% of you are overweight. But you put it off on race. And that's a cop-out.
I wasn't saying like...
When I gave you 86% of black men marry black women at an 86% rate, you still found a way to make your argument.
I was talking about communication and like how
it has to be an approach before communication.
True.
You said that they're not even approaching, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how can you communicate if there's not an approach? You can't. So if a black woman in your circumstance that you're talking about gets approached, then the issue becomes what?
Well, I'll say with my experiences, a lot of men my age aren't really looking to settle down or be serious. They're kind of wanting to play the field. So I feel like that's where the communication,
But you said these men are still approaching white women and Latinas.
they are. And they go and they settle and
They
have a
settle?
family.
They do what? They
Not
settle.
not settle, like settle down. You know what I'm saying? Like get
Man,
married,
okay,
children,
man. What
get
you
a
just said makes no.
family,
Okay, man. What you just said makes
husband.
no sense. I said after they approach,
Mm-hmm.
and then what? You said, well, most men my age aren't looking to settle down. They're playing the field. Then I said, well, what you just said is those men are approaching white women and Latinas. Yes, they are. And then what? And then they get them and they settle down with them, meaning that a black woman could have been settled down with two. It's not the youth, it's not their age. See, what black women never want to deal with is the fact of the matter is your fitness and your attitude are your biggest problems. If you would be as fit as your competition and as friendly, cooperative, and submissive as your competition, you would win the majority of your men like any other race of women do and have done throughout history.
But that's what I was referring to with the cooperation and the communicating. That's where it goes wrong.
But it goes wrong from whose standpoint, the men or the women?
I could say both. It
No, you can't say both because you just said these men go off and settle down with white women. See, the more y'all do this bullshit, both. It's always both. Why can't you ladies just hold yourselves strictly accountable? Because you're losing to other women. The higher up your men go, especially your generation, more and more guys are saying they're not even starting to deal with women, black women, because of your attitudes. You
that's
know
what I
this.
was saying with the
Well,
communication
then you have
and
to
the,
fix it. Because if they're not dealing with you, it's not as though they're not dealing with any woman. So let me ask you a question. Are you saying that the men in your generation are choosing to have no woman, or are they dealing with women other than black women?
they're dealing with women other than black women.
Then right
They
there
will,
tells you, then right there shows you the problem. They're dealing with women. If you had said they're choosing to not deal with any women, then you could have made the argument. But now if they're dealing with women other than black women, why not understand why? Like I said, number one, are they as fit as your competition? You said no. 80% are overweight and 80% of that number are obese. You've heard black men talk about the attitude. You've been on this channel listening to women who don't even want to smile. And when I start asking these specific questions, you want to go down to both. This is what happens to matriarchy, where you can't hold women accountable. They never want to get down to the point. The problem is on your side. The men are still getting with women, yes or no? The young men are still getting with women, yes or no?
mm-hmm,
Yes or no?
yes.
Right. So they're going into the store to buy something. They're walking out with a Becky or a Marisol, and they could have had a Kenya. So it ain't like they walked into the store without money and not intending to buy. You got to make your product better.
But that's what I was saying in the beginning. It
Okay.
comes down to the communication and us cooperating with each other. And
No. It comes to you cooperating with us. See, that's why you keep going. See, you keep
well,
talking
how
like
can
we're
you have
part. You
one-sided cooperation?
well, you don't have a choice. See, you're losing to Marisol Mylene. You're losing to Becky, Marisol, and Mylene. See, you keep saying cooperate with us. Why does he have to cooperate with us when he's gonna go over to Marisol and she's willing to cooperate with him? He's gonna go to the situation that is gonna cooperate with him. Then he has to cooperate with you.
But if you're cooperating, isn't that a team effort? So doesn't it take two?
Well, if
How
that's the
can
case, you shouldn't be losing. If what you're saying is the case, all things being equal, you should not be losing to non-black women.
but when I speak with most black men, they don't even want to cooperate with us. They already have it in their mind that, oh, it's
Where'd
just
that
not
come
going to
from?
fulfill
Where'd that
me.
come from?
I'm not sure where it really. I
It
think
just came.
social
It just popped in
media.
their head. It just came from nowhere. One day they just woke up and said, "This is what it is." No, because they've
I
grown. They've
really
grown
do.
up. No, I'm going to tell you where it came from. This is very conversations where it came from. The inability for you guys to be honest. These guys are your brothers, your cousins, your neighbors. They went to high school with you. They went to junior high with you. They went to elementary with you. They went to pre-K with you. Their mothers are you. Black men know black women intimately well because black women run everything in the black community. So if black men in your generation are choosing to not even deal with them, it's not because it doesn't come from somewhere. And you're talking about we need to cooperate with each other. Ma'am, if you're on the losing end of a relationship situation, if you don't get black men, what is your option? White men? Hispanic men? Asian men? Middle Eastern men? They are not running over to the hood or the neighborhood to scoop up black women in large numbers. Is it starting to sink in yet?
I I said in the beginning that it already sunk in with me, and I'm realizing that we just don't cooperate. I don't know.
Well, when
You
you
know,
said we
it's
don't
important to
cooperate,
me
you
that
said we don't cooperate with each other.
yes, we do not
and
cooperate with each
and
other.
that's
The
the point. And that's
communication is
and see,
lost.
the point is not we don't cooperate with each other. Black women don't cooperate with black men. You must cooperate with us first. This is
But
about
I know
order.
plenty of black women that would not mind cooperating with a black man or communicating with a black man. It has to be a two-way street. It can't be just receptive on
Okay, I
one
don't think
end.
you're under. I think see again, right there, you ran it into a ditch. I know plenty of black women who would not mind while your non-black competition is ecstatic too. They're wanting to. They're leaving their racial preference of men to come over to talk to black men. They're choosing to come leave their neighborhoods and come get with Jamal. While Jamal's in your neighborhood and you're talking about I wouldn't mind. So Jamal has to ask himself, which woman is more ecstatic, exuberant, and excited about cooperating with me? Kenya or Becky? And by the words out of your own mouth, other women are more because you wouldn't mind cooperating with them. Somebody wants, that means I'll do it if I have to. I'll do it. It's okay. I won't mind. Hey, you want to go to the movies? Oh, I don't mind. You want to go to Hawaii? I don't mind. Hey, you want to go to the movies? Oh my God, I would love to go to the movies. Hey, you want to go to Hawaii? Oh my God, thank you for buying tickets. You notice how different that is? Hello?
So are you stating that it's
Do you
just
notice how different those two things are?
yes, I noticed the difference in tone and effort, excitement. I see it, I hear it. But what where I'm coming from is when you say we have to be ecstatic or we have to be the ones who want to cooperate or to make it work, how can you cooperate or make it work with somebody who already has it in their mind that this is not going to work out anyway? So let me just get in, get what I want, and move on.
Sounds like you got a problem. Sounds like you got a lot of work to do. Sounds like you got a lot of. If you're trying to sell something to a market and they already have it in their mind that your product is bad, it's not gonna give me what I want. It's not gonna give me the outcome. And either you sell your product or you go bankrupt and don't eat. What do you have to do? What do you
But
have to
how
do?
can
What do you have to do? Don't ask me a question. What do you have to do?
you have to find out what you need to do to sell your product?
Ding ding fucking ding. Black women have to figure out why black men are not buying them. And then you have to give black men what they want up front. Not you can't. I don't mind. You got to be willing to outcompete Becky Marisol and Mylene, because the problem that black women are having with black men is one that black women have earned. Like it or not, young lady, that's the way it is. And here are your options. If you don't want to earn it, then I'd like to see you go get it with Brad, Ahmed, Jose, or Muhammad. They ain't putting up with it. We all you got. That's why I said you're speaking like, well, we got to do it with each other. No, we don't have to do it with each other. Either you get on our program or you buy a dog and die alone. But I don't think I don't think you guys like it, and I don't think they like it in that starker term, guys. You see how it goes down? It's like, well, still trying to make it to where, well, it's not fair. Go ahead and say it's not fair. It's not fair. Go ahead and say it's not fair. It's not right. It shouldn't have to be. How tall are you?
It shouldn't be that way.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
Dress size?
160, 165.
Dress
I'm
size?
sorry.
Dress
Dress
size?
size, 8 or 10.
Mm-hmm. And you were saying it shouldn't be what?
I was just saying it's gonna. I don't understand how we can make some cooperate or make something work with somebody who does not have interest in doing that.
They don't have interest. You act like, okay, you make them interested. That's all you got, ma'am. I don't know how you do it. You get off your lazy ass and you try. You fail, you try better. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Have you ever had to go after something that wasn't given to you? This is entitlement. You're not entitled to a black man. We don't belong to you. Because black women have for the longest acted like you didn't belong to black men. So now you're free. It's a free market economy. So now you have to sell yourself. You got to compete. And if you don't compete, if the black man is in your neighborhood and you can't convince the black man in your neighborhood that you're the best pick, you think you're going to go to the next suburb or the next group of men and convince them that you're the best pick? You think those women are going to let you take their men?
I just don't. How do black women act like we don't belong to black men?
God damn. Did you not answer the question?
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you can't get the men in your neighborhood, what are you going to get? You're going to go to the other groups, other races' neighborhoods. You still got to convince those men and you got to compete with those women. I want everyone to understand this is how lazy and entitled the modern black woman's attitude has become to black men. She can't even understand what I'm saying. I understand that she's really confused because it's like, well, I don't get it, because you think it should be easy. Ma'am, if every black man today who was marrying age married every black woman in this country, there would still be 2 million more black women left. Listen and listen well. Marriage is not a guarantee. It is blood sport. It is competition. Every woman is not going to win, and you are going to have to compete. All's fair in love and war. So what do black women who want to have a husband, especially if they want a black man, what are they going to have to do? They're going to have to do what? Figure it out. I mean, people in the comment section are saying the same. Lazy. I just don't get it. They really want.
I just don't understand how is that lazy if we're just saying that it's hard for us to try with someone who literally doesn't even want to give us a chance.
It's hard. Okay, it's hard for you to try. So what? It's hard for you to try. It's hard for you to try. It should be harder for you to live alone and die by yourself. So what? It's hard for you to try. Then what? Then
I'm
what?
not
It's hard
saying
for you
that
to
it's
try.
hard for
Ma'am,
us
it's
to
hard for you to try.
We can
Ma'am,
try.
it's hard for you to
But it's like,
try. Ma'am, it's hard for you to try. Do you have a college degree?
no.
Okay. Sorry, ma'am. Life is hard. Anything worth having in this life is worth working for. You sound lazy. It's hard. So what? Having If a man had to work for a worthwhile woman, you women would say a woman like her is worth working for. True or false?
Yes.
Thank you.
But I never said black men weren't working for. I'm saying
With,
black men aren't
Go back
doing
and
a
look at the comment
scarcity
section, man. You don't
job.
get it. I get it. You don't get it. And this is how far they're falling, guys. She really doesn't get it. She really doesn't. And I don't
I
blame you for not
understand what
getting
you're
it.
saying, but what I'm saying to you is, how can we try and put forth this effort to somebody who's not even receptive to
You First of all,
receiving?
that's a disingenuous ass question. You assume that 100% of black men are not there. I'll give it to you this way. You know how you do it? Because I'm a salesperson. Your job as a salesperson starts when somebody says no. If everybody bought that you asked, there would be no need for you. That means you have to deal with rejection. That means you're saying that how do we do this to a group of men who don't want it? You go ask them what they want. You knock on the door and say, how can I get you to be my boyfriend? What do you need for me to become your wife? You got to actually go to the consumer. I know it's crazy. You got to go to the person who you want to purchase your product and give them what they want. I know it's wild. You don't go to the market and say, "Hey, tell me how to sell you." "Hey, I got this widget to sell. Tell me how." You go out and do all the research and tell me how to make millions of dollars off you. Lazy. One of the biggest problems with men today is you can't walk away. You better learn how to walk away and cut a chick off. You better learn how to walk away and cut a chick off, because if you don't, you're going to be the fool. You're going to be the one that's left a dried up husk, because when she's done what you believe, she'll walk away. But here's the thing. Guys, when you learn to walk away from a woman, you're in a position of power. Ladies, many of you don't walk away. Many of y'all just check out. Y'all ghost. Y'all leave. And I'm going to tell you right now, karma's a bitch on that one. Look at the way a woman ends her relationships. Ask Sheila, hey, what would a successful life look like for a woman like yourself? And let her say it. And for God's sake, imagine if she says, it involves me being a wife, having a family, a life of purpose and meaning. I have a home-based business. I do this. Okay, sounds good. Then you ask her, hey, in your past relationships, or you've interacted with men, how did you leave those situations? If she's the kind of woman who flakes, dips out, ghosts, leaves things, you need to know if you're dealing with a woman who can handle conflict, or if a woman, why is this important? Because a woman who can't handle conflict, they run. Ladies, it is so important how you leave relationships, because you're going to have to start looking at people's relationship resumes. Why is this important? Because we already have talked about it ad nauseum. It's time to start doing things differently. Ladies, it's time for you to start understanding that, relationships are what makes you a successful life. You're it's either you first or relationships first. You cannot serve two masters. If it's my truth, my life, my field, my this, my that, cool, over there. Go over there. Can you work with women like that? Sure. Can you network with women like that? Sure. Can you socialize with women like that? Sure. But you cannot you cannot get romantic with them. Absolutely not. If that means and here's the thing that a lot of you ladies need to understand: men will go down in looks to go up in cooperations. Ladies, A lot of you think you're special because you got your PhD, you got this career or whatever, and men are starting to find that more distasteful than a lot of you know. I go down Instagram and I see so many women who are suited and booted and look, and I'm like, you do realize that you're taking these pictures so other women can tell you look good. Because men aren't looking at this and seeing wives. Men are looking at this and seeing what a waste.
From the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get that money.
Men of value look at a woman's pedigree. Are you a thoroughbred? Are you a pure breed? Do you have your papers? I'm sorry, but this is true. When a man has to bring you around his partners, his colleagues, everything else, he's looking at how you're going to make him look. And a woman, for a man of value, has to look good on his arm, and she comes loaded with femininity. And if you really, especially if you want a man who's on a more refined level, on a certain level, you got to come with a network. Let's talk about this too. All you ladies who talk about you have a business, congratulations. Your business is only of value your business is of use to a man of value if your network is. I don't often talk about this, but I'm going off. Look, he's already making money. What he needs is somebody who's going to be proactive. Who's going to be your support system, a helpmeet, somebody who's going to bring peace to his life, and bring proactive. So, like, I got one friend who loves it that his wife prepares meals for him and the boys on the way out to dinner. And everybody gets an individually custom-made prepared meal. That's a good woman to these kind of men because they can get a housekeeper. They can get somebody to cook a meal, but they want something that's made with love and pre-thought and care. I'm gonna tell you, when a woman that's attractive to me, a woman who says, I'm in this organization, I'm in that organization, I know this person, I know that person. You got connections? You got connections. I'll turn the shit into opportunity. You got connections? I'll turn it into money. You got connections? I'll make that shit work. You can be proactive and do this. Look out for the pitfall. Man, please. This is why a man looks at a woman with pedigree. So I find it funny that so many women like, he don't want a woman who have an education. You're out of your freaking mind. I often talk about a woman of value. Let's go over it again. Let's go over it again. For all you stupid people in the cheap seats who keep misquoting me, saying shit that I don't say. Her mindset is smart, cooperative, and agreeable. Why did I put smart in there? Men don't want a pretty Barbie doll that's stupid, a vacuous, empty vessel just to have sex with. She has to be smart. She's teaching the kids. She's the counselor. A woman of value is a value counselor. The last line of defense against stupid shit. So she can't be anything other than smart and cooperative and agreeable. That's why her mindset is important. She's fit. She's disciplined, discerning, and dedicated in and out. She's feminine, affectionate, accommodating with a subtle sophistication. And she's naturally nurturing, carefree, loving, easygoing. She's overall light. There is not a woman that's like this that is not of value to a man. And in that, I didn't say a gosh darn thing about how she looks. But a woman like that has a giving spirit. That means whatever she has, she brings it to you and allows you to use it for the benefit of you and everybody else in the family. So your pedigree, yes. People ask, where did your wife go to school? What's the last book you've read? Who did you vote for? What charities do you support? What organizations do you belong to? So you can be a really, really nice person, but if your pedigree doesn't line up, you're not as much of a use. This is why you often see men who got a woman who has the right characteristics. And what did I say? Quit your full-time job to work part-time for your man. And it's not uncommon for this to happen. Come on over here, girl. I'm going to do this. I'm going to put some braces on your teeth. I'm going to get this fixed. I'm going to get this fixed. We're going to get you some etiquette classes, learn how to walk in. We're going to make sure you got on those, what are those shoes? I can never pronounce them. Tom Ford, I like little balls on a bomb. Alea, whatever. Anyway, hey, learn how to walk in these. Yeah. Oh, men love. Remember that show, Pimp My Ride? Men love taking their women and upgrading them. As an image consultant, let me tell you, one of the things of men of value used to love to do was say, here's my image consultant. And I'd be like, cool, before and after. I style men, and any woman who's ever worked with me will tell you, I know what the French toast I'm talking about. Men take pride in their possessions. Oh, let's go ahead and put you in law school so you can come work at the firm. Let's go ahead and get you some business classes so you can be the office manager at the practice. Y'all better get shit. Better understand. Becoming a man of value's wife, you're going to be just going to school. Red wine, white wine, art, this, that. It requires study. You got to study your man. You got to study his competitors. You got to get along with the other wives. You have to make sure that your children are going to become assets. And a woman like that is exceedingly special. It's a job. And far too many of you ladies think it's a job of a life of luxury where you just sit up and he just spends his money. No, boo. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. You're not just going to get the black card. No. You're going to work. Anyway. So, understand something. They say put a fine woman on the screen. You need to understand something. Gentlemen, one of the best things you can do as a man is to make sure you have your pack. And whether you a high value man, blue collar, white collar, whatever, look, man. Today, life is about people more than ever. More than ever. And it takes a woman who's not always concerned with herself to be selfless to rise to her best level with this kind of man. This is why so many women get angry with me, because they want men at this level to just take you as you are. And make no mistake about it, this has nothing to do with black anything. Men of value across the board want women who are assets. So I think it's funny how so many Women are like, well, fine, if that's what a black man wants, then I'll go get. You think anyway? You better. A five. There might be. He said being a nice. Look at him, man. I asked her what she ranked herself. Okay, I don't. There's no need to, split that hair. We got enough to talk about. Bottom line is this: he looks at your pedigree, and if your pedigree is not up to par, it is not uncommon for a man to have to go into debt to get your pedigree up. He wants a return on his investment. Ooh, ooh, Baddies looking at this and laughing. Baddies, what are you talking about? Who are you? Let's also talk about this too. Okay, let's go ahead. Anybody who's talking about baddies, you're in the wrong place. See, men of value don't concern themselves with this bullshit ass term baddies. You motherfuckers gone somewhere. Gone. Either you're too young or you don't know what the hell you talking about. Baddies?
From the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets. I get that money. I get that money. Bitch, give me what you got. I get that money.
Far too many of you guys call women baddies who look like that. Keep your baddies. We're talking about feminine assets, not plastic broads of any color. Far too many of y'all are judging women based solely upon how they look. Oftentimes, men of value go down in looks to go up in cooperation. Ain't nobody trying to get the finest thing on the block. You're doing something that's going to actually make you a return. You know when I talk about baddies, baddies are for broke dudes. That's why they come and play on y'all, because all y'all do is look and see what they look like instead of who they are. Who are their connections? What can they do? All they gotta do is give you some sloppy toppy and twerk on your dumb. Anyway, shut. Nah. Look, man, pedigree matters. This is the woman that you're going to be having kids with. Intelligence. What are you making all this? What are you doing all this for? You don't want a bunch of little. You know what baddies do? Baddies make Fredos. Oh shit!
From the streets. I'm a bitch from the streets.
Baddies make Fredos. We want Michaels. Fredo had a baddie. She was a showgirl. That's what you guys run around getting baddies. Jada, Fredo. Michael got K. Don Corleone, he did the best of all. Okay. All right, man. I got to get out of here. But no, seriously, gentlemen, look at a woman's pedigree. I want you guys to understand that that's why the color purple, and I'm still doing my research on it, the color purple and waiting to exhale and things like that has such a detrimental impact on the Black community, because it went into this trope that relationships are with a man are by nature, by virtue, horrible, restrictive, and damaging and dangerous places, to where women's tolerance, modern women are extremely impatient and impractical when it comes to relationship. This is a modern woman or even the nice modern woman. A lot of you in the chat room are nice modern women, but your outcomes are the same as the rabid feminist, leftist, strong independent. I don't need no man. Your outcomes, your relational outcomes, still the same. And that's what we're going to get down to. We're going to make you ladies start to understand exactly where you are. And I don't know. I'm going to be honest. I don't know where this is going to go. Because what I've heard many women say, if I got to do all that, I'd rather be alone. Well, you know what? We're going to start profiling more of that this year too. What it's starting to look like with all these women over 55 and alone. See, women who are over 40 and alone, they still feel like they have shots. But when you get women over 55, that's a different ballpark. There is no more, I can still have kids. 55 is 10 years away from mandatory retirement. That's why you got this one woman today in the media. Was married to the lead singer of the Cars, Rick Ocasek's wife, Paulina Kornik, whatever it is, Polish model, 56 years old, talking about how she's having to work so hard to get attention. You're 56. And there's this gap between women who were Jennifer Lopez's age and Betty White's age. And a lot of women here you're supposed to still be in relationships. And a lot of you ladies have just been lied to. This is why I'm like, this is about saving a lot of y'all's lives. Waking you up and saving your life. Waking you up from the matrix. Because ain't nothing out here for a woman over there. When I say ain't nothing out here, it only gets worse. The older you get and you're unmarried, the worse your choices get. And I want you guys to understand, who are women listening to? They are listening to women over 45 years old who are celebrities telling them that it ain't that bad. They make more money than you. They can keep themselves occupied. You are an accountant. You cannot. You are a teacher. You cannot. It is time for women to wake up, grow up, because we don't have. I think if I just took a guess, I don't even want to guess, but I really be surprised if we have enough wives for the men who want to be husbands. We don't. Wednesday, come back Wednesday at 10 o'clock. I should be fully ready to go by then. I might be on Instagram tomorrow. I don't want to push it too much, guys. Do me a favor, share this content out. And I'm going to ask to my critics to listen to what I'm saying several times before you respond. Because I'm going to tell you, I think this is probably some good work, some good truth. See you guys on Wednesday. And if you want to book your one-on-one session with me, go to my website, bykevinsamuels.com, and click on booking. And select personal professional advice. And I have some more things coming up announced too. But I've been out for the last couple of weeks. I haven't been on Patreon. I haven't been on anything, guys. So I still got to get caught up. I got a backlog. But we're going to get there. Ladies, I know a lot of people will tell you I hate you. No, I don't. I want to see the best for you because I want to see the best for guys. And we are better together. The world has nothing for you by yourself at 50. Nothing. Nothing. And if you think you're going to make enough money when only 9% of women in our community earn over $75,000, you're fooling yourself. I'm going to also get the stats for all the communities because I have the stats pretty much to memory on this side, but I'm also getting stats for other groups and overall too. Because this problem is expanding. And the people who are going to get hurt first is women. Make no mistake. The people who are telling you what you want to hear profit off of your pain and off of your delusion and denial. The people that they tell you hate you are actually trying to help you because they're at least trying to tell you some truths that you can do something about. All right, people. Godfather is out of here. Till the next time. Peace. We are gone.